All right. Another new journey. All right. I probably should turn on. Hold on. Let me turn on the light to get the glare out of my glasses. Already gives you an idea of when I'm recording this. But anyway, this is a little better. Don McLean is who we react to today. Never heard of him. No music, nothing. I've never heard of this guy, but I'm ready to learn. All right, so y'all know this is our first reaction. We got to do some research. So here we go. Donald McLean III is an American singer, songwriter, and guitarist, known to fans as the American troubadour or King of the Trail. He is best known for his 1971 hit song American Pie, which is what we react to today, an 8.5-minute folk rock cultural touchstone about the loss of innocence of the early rock and roll generation. His other hit singles include Vincent van Gogh, Dreidel, and Wonderful Baby, as well as his renditions of Roy Orbison's Crying and the Skyliner Since I Don't Have You. McLean's song And I Love You So has been recorded by Elvis Presley, Perry Como, Helen Reddy, Glenn Campbell, and others. In 2000, Madonna had a hit with the rendition of American Pie. In 2004, McLean was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. In 2018, BMI certified that American Pie had reached 5 million airplays and Vincent 3 million. All right. So, well respected. I would say that's pretty legendary. He's in the Songwriting Hall of Fame. All right, well, we know we're reacting to a hit. This is one of the hits of his career. So, I'm ready to hear it. Oh, let me start fresh, but I'm ready to hear it. Hear one of the songs that made him ready to hear one of the songs that made him a legend. Let's go.
A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. Bad news on the doorstep, I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride, but something touched me deep inside the day the music died. So bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And then good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so, do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, started singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove.
Okay, so real quick, can we acknowledge the beginning of this record? That was incredible. And I don't know who was on piano. We'll find out when we do the song research. Whoever was on piano at the beginning, that was incredible. The transitions, so we only 2 minutes in, and I feel like I've heard 3 different songs, right? Now it seems like the ride that we're on now, that is where we're staying on moving forward. But I gotta say, the first and second part, when it was slow and he was building up, beautiful. But it's crazy because I feel like he's showing a lot more of his vocal range in this more fast-paced portion of the song. But I mean, and again, we kind of got spoiled. We kind of had the meaning behind the song spoiled for us, and what I just read before we started listening. But yeah, I mean, it just sounds like a guy who feels as though, and I forgot who made a similar song, similar concept. Was it Bob Seger? I think it was Bob Seger. I think it was called Rock and Roll or something like that. I forgot. But Bob Seger, he talked about how rock and roll had changed and how it's just not the same and all of that stuff. And, y'all let me know how y'all feel about evolution and, like, things just growing and developing and adapting. Just out of curiosity. Nothing to do with the song. But, I love everything about this. The instrumentation is crazy. Don is singing. Composition of the song is crazy. Lyrics are great. Love it.
Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Now for 10 years we've been on our own, and moss grows fat on a rolling stone. But that's not how it used to be. When the jester sang for the king and queen in a coat he borrowed from James Dean, and a voice that came from you and me. Oh, and while the king was looking down, the jester stole his thorny crown. The courtroom was adjourned. No verdict was returned. And while Lenin read a book of Marx, a quartet practiced in the park, and we sang dirges in the dark. The day the music died, we were singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Helter skelter in the summer swelter, the birds flew off with a fallout shelter. 8 miles high and falling fast, and landed foul on the grass. The players tried for a forward pass, with the jester on the sidelines in a cast. Now the halftime air was sweet perfume, while the sergeants played a marching tune. We all got up to dance. Oh, but we never got the chance, 'cause the players tried to take the field. The marching band refused to yield. Do you recall what was revealed today?
again, the instrumentation is crazy. I gotta find out who's on this piano. Drums are crazy. Even the little tambourine addition. But yo, whoever is on that piano with the drums, it is just crazy. I gotta find out who's on that piano.
Clenched in fists of rage, no angel born in hell could break that Satan's spell. And as the flames climbed high into the night to light the sacrificial rite, I saw Satan laughing with delight. The day the music died, he was singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. I met a girl who sang the blues, and I asked her for some happy news, but she just smiled and turned away. I went down to the sacred store where I'd heard the music years before, but the man there said the music wouldn't play. And in the streets the children screamed, the lovers cried and the poets dreamed, but not a word was spoken. The church bells all were broken. And the three men I admire most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, they caught the last train for the coast the day the music died. And they were singing, bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. They were singing, bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die.
Well, I see why he's in the Songwriting Hall of Fame. That was incredible. That was by far some of the best songwriting that I've ever seen or heard ever. That was very impressive. Just naming all those people he named, so earlier in the song, he was kind of right. He was like, he said something we don't something with the Rolling Stones, and then he said James Dean. Then he said, he was just kind of just listing off a lot of the early rock and roll greats, and then he just the correlation between the music, and that was very impressive. That was incredible. This song was recorded and released in 1971 on the album of the same name. I'm gonna assume American Pie. The single was the number one U.S. hit for 4 weeks in 1972, starting January 15th. After just 8 weeks on the U.S. Billboard charts, where it entered at number 69. It also charted in Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. In the UK, the song reached number 2, where it stayed for 3 weeks on its original 1971 release. A version was covered by Madonna in 2000 and reached number 1 in at least 15 countries. At 8 minutes and 42 seconds, McLean's combined version is the 6th longest song to enter the Billboard Hot 100. At the same time of release, it was the longest. Yeah, that's something we talk about a lot, where the duration of a song really dictates whether or not it's obviously, if your song is going to play on the radio, it can't be, that's what kind of made Bohemian Rhapsody and just those long songs that we, Stairway to Heaven, so great, is the fact that they're so long. Like, these are very long songs. These are songs that take time to develop, and they command your attention. You know what I mean? That's just not normal. So the fact that this is 8 minutes and 42 seconds, crazy. The song also held the record for almost 50 years for being the longest song to reach number 1 before Taylor Swift's All Too Well 10-minute version broke the record in 2021, of course. Due to its exceptional length, it was initially released as a 2-sided 7-inch single. American Pie has been described as one of the most successful and debated songs of the 20th century. The repeated phrase, "the day the music died," refers to a plane crash in 1959 that killed early rock and roll stars Buddy Holly, the Big Popper, and Ritchie Valens, ending the era of early rock and roll. This became the popular nickname for that crash. Gotcha. The song goes beyond mourning McLean's childhood music heroes, reflecting the deep cultural changes and profound illusion and loss of innocence of his generation, the early rock and roll generation, that took place between the 1959 plane crash and either the late 1969 or late 1970. The meaning of the lyrics, which cryptically allude to many of the jarring events and social changes experienced during that period, has been debated for decades. McLean repeatedly declined to explain the symbolism behind the many characters and events mentioned. He eventually released his songwriting notes to accompany the original manuscript when it was sold in 2015, explaining many of these, and further elaborated on the lyrical meaning in a 2022 interview/documentary celebrating the song's 50th anniversary. The original recording was selected for preservation in the National Recording Registry by the Library of Congress. Wow. Don McLean drew inspiration for the song from his childhood experience delivering newspapers during the time of the plane crash that killed early rock and roll musicians. Gotcha. Produced by Ed Freeman and recorded with a few session musicians. Freeman did not want McLean to play rhythm guitar on the song, but eventually relented. McLean and the session musicians rehearsed for 2 weeks but failed to get the song right. At the last minute, the pianist Paul Griffin. Hey, shout out to Paul Griffin. Hold on, let me see something. He was just a session musician who recorded with hundreds of musicians from the 1950s to the 1990s. Wow. Shout out to Paul Griffin. This is a special brother right here. At the last minute, the pianist Paul Griffin was added, which is when the tune came together. I'm sure it is. He was going nuts, y'all. The piano, I'm not gonna lie, that might have been my favorite part. But I loved everything about it. I loved all the instrumentation. I loved Don's vocals. That guitar was going crazy. I have a whole section dedicated to the interpretations. McLean's responses, like, this is crazy. We won't get into all of that. Triple platinum in the States, double platinum UK, 5 times platinum in Canada. A lot of people did a version to this, and then of course you got the Madonna version. Crazy. This was by far one of the more impressive songwriting introduction reactions that I've ever done. The creativity behind it, the composition, the instrumentation, it was incredible. This was by far, from beginning to end, one of the best songs that I've reacted to in a long time. This was crazy. Wow. If he has another one of these, he's by far a legend. But it looks like this was definitely like the biggest song. At least what I remember. So, American Pie, his other hit singles. Like, yeah, I think this was definitely the biggest one. Wait, it says he's still active? It says from 1964 to present. He's still active? He's been signed to EMI, Curb, and Capitol, and United Artists. He's 78 years old. He's still active? In 2023, the 50th anniversary of American Pie, McLean's Australian tour concluded with 24 shows in Australia and New Zealand. That's crazy, bro. You got his Hollywood Walk of Fame star in August 2021. Received a 50 million record sales plaque from the TV show Good Morning America. Music City Walk of Fame. Wow. Oh no. Oh no. I'm looking at some of his controversies. I don't even think I want to read it. Oh no. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Oh no. Okay. I'm not gonna somber myself out, But oh wow, this is his wife or his current relationship, Paris Dillon. All right now, Don. I see you. I see you. Okay. Look, we here for the music. We here for the music. But boy, it's some stuff under here. It's some whew. This is some rough stuff to read. But to the music, incredible. Can't wait to hear more. Very impressive. Incredible. Everything about it. Vocal, instrumentation, composition, everything. Perfect. I love everything about it. I can't wait to hear more. Y'all just gotta let me know what else from Don I need to check out. But boy, he got some crazy stuff in this. Oh wow. If y'all, I mean, y'all click on the, I'm sure y'all know most of this stuff. But y'all type in Don McLean on Google and see what you see. I'm gonna just say that. Y'all let me know what else from Don McLean I need to check out. This was a great official introduction. Can't wait to hear more. Alright. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time with Don McLean. Peace.